Hi, this is Tyler Silvestri, and this is my video for the Breakfast Club on Modelo 8. So for part one, the first question, it says, has there been a time in your life when you have experienced grit? Why or why not? Explain. Honestly, after watching the video and how she talked about grit being like a long-term thing, I don't think I've experienced it like that strong, like that heavy, but I've definitely experienced like little things of grit. Like everyone's like tried to get good grades throughout high school to get into a good college and stuff. Yeah, that's like one of the things. All right, the second question is, review your map score from Model 2. Are your results still accurate? So my results were that I was unsure if I could improve my intelligence or change my intelligence, but I care for my grades and care for like what I do. And I feel like that's changed a little bit. I feel like I can definitely like improve my intelligence, but for the second part, it hasn't changed at all. Like I still care about what I do. I still have the same like, not passion, but like care for getting good grades and all that stuff. Alright, for the third question, have you noticed a shift or change in your attitudes towards college as the semester has progressed? My attitude towards it is that it's not fake. Like, it's not high school anymore. You gotta actually like get your stuff done and study hard for tests. Like in high school, sometimes like I would study hard for tests, but sometimes I would just go to class and I'd already know all the material just from the class and I'd be good. But in college, like half the time you don't even learn the material in class or from the teacher. So yeah, that's how my attitude is towards college now. What role, if any, do you think grit will play in your success in college? Throughout the next 3 years, it'll definitely play a big role, just considering like college is like the last step of school before like you start your job, your career. Then after that is just history. Like college is the thing that basically makes you or breaks you. That's what I've heard, and that's what I feel like I'm kind of experiencing right now. All right, do you have a support system? In what ways do they support you? Yeah, I have a lot of, friends and stuff. They support me. They always make sure I get my stuff done. Obviously, like, teachers in college aren't as supportive as, like, high school teachers, because, like, high school teachers, like, if you're sick during a day you have a test, like, you can just take it the next day. Some college teachers just, like, if you're sick, even if you break your arm or something like that, like, they won't let you take it. So, yeah, that's it.
Hi, my name is Caroline San Pietro. Has there ever been a time in your life when you think you have exhibited grit? Yes, when I was in high school, my sophomore year, I dealt with bullying by my old friends, and it really took a toll on my grades. But then coming junior year and senior year, I kind of realized that I shouldn't let that distract me. So I did work really hard, and I kind of realized what was really important. And eventually I did really well, and it kind of just changed my mindset as a whole on my education. Review your MAP score for Module 2. Are your results still accurate? Why or why not? Originally my score said that I don't want to work too hard for it, but that's not the case, and I never thought that was the case for me. I always thought that you have to work hard for what you want. So no, it's not still accurate. Have you noticed a shift or change in your attitude towards college as the semester has progressed? Yes, I think I'm a lot more comfortable now in the semester, and I think I really know how to manage my time now, and I'm kind of just more familiar with like my schedule and like where to go, and I kind of just am starting to get really used to everything, and school just seems a bit easier now. What role, if any, do you think grit will play in your success in college? Well, I mean, grit is all about your mindset towards, life. You will succeed in college if you know that you need to work hard to succeed. So I think that's really important. And as long as I always remember that, like, success isn't gonna be handed to you. You have to work for it. And yeah, so that's kind of how it would play out. Do you have a support system? In what ways do they support you? All my friends that I've made so far they're an amazing support system. We always, give each other confidence if we're always like feeling like we're not doing well, or we kind of remind each other of like the importance, and like just tell each other like, okay, like instead of like doing this, like you should focus on studying, and like if you're not doing well in a class, like I'll help you out. And yeah, it's pretty great. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Callie Sigliano. This is Module 8, the Breakfast Club assignment. Unfortunately, we cannot all meet up because of conflicting schedules, but we decided to do it this way. Alright, so the first question is, has there been a time in your life when you have exhibited grit? Well, I would define grit as a strength of character or a sense of resolving an issue. I feel like, grit was a big part. We used to talk about grit a lot when I was in studio dance, and we would use grit as a team by building our characters as well as working together as a team. And grit, what I watched from the video is that grit isn't all about your knowledge. It's about how hard you try and how you determine the outcome you want. My MAP score was a 33, which was in the G2 group, which was you believe that your intelligence is something you can increase, you care about learning, and you will work hard. You are willing to work hard. I feel like this is still relevant. I still want to do something with my life. I'm not the smartest person, but I feel like I am truly very ambitious and a hard worker. So I will eventually get my goal because that's what I strive for. The next question is, have you noticed a shift or change in your attitudes towards college as the semester has progressed? I feel like I have. I went in kind of stressed out and thinking that college was kind of impossible because I'm not the smartest person, but I work my butt off. So I feel like college has progressively gotten easier for me because you really don't need to be the smartest person alive. You just gotta do your work and try to reach your goals. The next question is, what role do you think, if any, do you think grit can play in your success in college? Like I said, because I'm a very hard worker, I feel like my grit for any assignment or any class in general is very high, and I will work super hard, and it's not just about the intelligence, it's about how bad you want it. The next question is, do you have a support system? What ways do they support you? I do. Being a sorority, I feel like that's a very large support system. If I ever need anyone to talk to, I can talk to any of my sisters, and my family too. If I am ever feeling stressed out, I'll just call my mom or my dad, and they make me feel a lot better. And yeah.
Hi, my name is Demetria Skofis. Do I think there's a time in my life where I've shown grit? I think that probably one of the most relatable examples for students is finals and midterms in college. So for high school and college, those two times where you're not just studying for one test, you're studying for tests in all of your classes. So that's really hard. It's hard to remember so many different types of information and so many different things and balance your schedule with all of that, and it can get really stressful. So I think that really powering through that is showing grit, and once you get through, it's a relief, and then you realize you're going to do it all over again. Have I noticed a shift in attitude towards college as the semester has progressed? I don't think that my attitude has exactly changed. I've had a pretty positive attitude towards college, But at first, it was more positive towards the hopefulness of what I wanted, um, which was to have classes that I liked and to like the campus, and to do well. And I'm getting to do everything that I wanted like that. So I'd say that um, my attitude is still positive, but more less hopeful and more knowing that this is a good experience. What role do you think grit will play in your success as a student? So, kind of with my example of showing grit, where I talked about getting through the really hard times with school, um, that's kind of how it'll play a role in my success. There's definitely weeks where there's no work and you can do whatever you want to, and you've got all your homework done and it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's like, okay, what am I going to do with the rest of my day? And then a week later, suddenly you'll have 3 essays assigned to you and you don't know what's going on in math. So being able to get through the times like that to get to the better weeks is definitely important and requires grit. Do you have a support system, and in what ways do they support you? I'd say that my family is one of my biggest support systems. I have a really big family, so anytime I want to talk, there's definitely at least one person in my family who can talk to me, which is really nice. I really appreciate that about them. Also, I talk to my best friend back home almost every day because I'm from out of state, and she's one of the most loving and encouraging people I know, and anytime that I'm in a tough situation, that's exactly the kind of person I want to be around or talk to, so that's really nice. So for the example student, Anne is an out-of-state student whose grandma died. She plans to return home to be with her family, and she wants to attend the services, but her midterms are next week. Anne does not want to fall behind since she has been working really hard this semester. She has developed some new strategies for her classes and has seen improvements in her grades since the beginning of the semester. What is the problem? The problem is that leaving school right before midterms is a really bad idea because you won't get all of the information from that last week before midterms. You also won't get to do any studying with the teacher if that's an option. She'll lose a lot of time studying on her own, and if she's actually gone for midterms, then she has to make those up. She misses out on a lot. It's a really bad idea to miss midterms. Of course, also family is really important, so if she's going to do that, then she's going to have to come up with a plan. What could have contributed to this problem? Clearly, her grandma passing away is a big part of contributing to the problem. And then I think it's great to be from out of state. I'm from out of state, but definitely some issues that come with that is that when stuff like this does come up, you can't just leave for the afternoon or for the day. It's a whole big deal. There's travel time, there's getting a hotel room, there's a big lot of time to put into something like this. What type of mindset is being exhibited by this student? So we talked about mindsets in, I think, Module 2, and she's showing a growth mindset because it talks about how she is improving in her classes with different strategies. So that's a good thing. It's growth mindset. It's not going to exactly help her with this problem, but maybe it'll help her when she gets back so she can catch up and keep doing good to make up for anything that doesn't go well now. Is there a simple solution to this problem, or is it a complex problem requiring multiple steps and tactics? This is definitely a complex problem. There's going to be a lot of steps, and I kind of answered the next couple questions on how to do that with this question. So first, she needs to decide if she actually wants to do this because it's going to be really hard, and if she wasn't that close to her grandma, this is a really mean thing to say, but if she really wasn't that close to her, she probably shouldn't be going to do this. But if it's important to her and she is going to do this, then she needs to find the flights that will work best with school. She should miss the least amount of school she can miss. And part of that will be planning her flights. And then, what else did I say? Okay. And then she's going to be gone for the time leading up to midterms and possibly midterms. If she's gone during midterms, she really needs to get on rescheduling. She needs to email. I get these emails before my midterms, and it's like, do you have a schedule conflict? Do you need to reschedule? She should reply to that and fill out the form saying that she does need to reschedule anything that she's going to miss, because otherwise, I mean, that's just going to be a zero, and that's going to be really bad. And then she needs to talk to a friend in the class or somebody in the class and figure out how she can get the information she's going to miss, because maybe they can call her and like explain to her what's happening in the class, or maybe they can help her with notes, or I mean, maybe the teacher has like a video of themselves or a slideshow that they put on the page. Maybe that can help her, but she needs to figure out a plan for how she's going to study. And then I'd also make a study schedule for when she's gone to make sure that she puts in the amount of time that she should put in. Is my solution temporary? No, I don't think my solution is temporary, because this is a temporary problem, and once she gets through it, it's solved. Is there a way to prevent this problem in the future? This exact problem can definitely be prevented from happening again. The same grandma probably will not die again. Sorry, more seriously, no, this problem can't be prevented. People die. It's really sad, but it happens, and you can't just choose to not let that happen. So, yeah, good luck to Anne, and thank you for watching this video.
Alright, this is module 8. I'm in Salazar. Well, we cannot meet up this week because our schedules have officially intervened a bit, but that out of the way, let's get this going. Has there been a time in your life when you have exhibited grit? Yes, I have exhibited grit in my life. Usually it's I usually just like gain the courage, and like sometimes like even if it is like a situation where I don't want to be in, something I might as well just do, because like even if, especially if it's something I'm gonna have to do anyway, I would just stand up and do it. Through your MAP score from Module 2, are your results still accurate? Why are
Yes, they are still accurate. Simply because things have gotten a lot more time consuming over these past few days. And, and I've just been over the top loaded with work. And it's not really been helping a lot. Have you noticed a shift or change in your attitude to colleges as semesters progress? Why or not? Yes, I've noticed a shift towards college as the semesters progress. I've noticed like a shift in like a scheduling department. I'm like, what can I do and when can I do it? How can I do it? And where am I going to do it? What role, if any, do you think grit will play in success in college? Explain.
Grit will play success in my college is helping me get through it, because so I can like I can like maintain grit and just go like ask for help whenever I need it, or ask anyone for help if I ever need it, which I have been needing to do a whole lot. Just haven't been able to actually pull it off. Do you have a support system? And what ways do they support you? Usually it works for them, and I can see sometimes it working for me. And that will end the module 5008. Do I have a support system? The support system is provide an individual with practical and emotional support. Yes, I do have a support system. Usually, people that do help or support me do have their own way of doing so. Whether it's helping me get through a concept without me absolutely getting completely lost and like end up really downhill from there. They do have a way of getting me to pay attention or to like learn the concept, and like usually it works for them, and I can see sometimes it working for me. And